So I'm making this video. I want to start this off by saying my mental health has been really bad as of late. So sorry if I keep going AFK on social media and stuff. That's why. I'm not ignoring nobody. I'm not, my mental health is really bad and I needed some time to rest. So my sleep schedule was really off and I just really going through it. So just bear with me, so yeah. Just want to go ahead and say that first and foremost is for anybody viewing that knows me personally, and just for people that follow me on social media. It is coming back. I'm bringing social media back. I'll plug it in and stuff. I just had to take a step back, yeah. So moving on from that, talk about the eclipse. I forgot how many days it's been since. I was trying to do some research and throw some editing, mumbo jumbo and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I was out about getting some B-roll and I forgot about it, and I was out when it got slightly dark and I felt like I was in a Castlevania game for like 5 minutes. I was like, it's happening. So that was cool. I was out there with yeah. I didn't know how to really feel about it. It was alright, I guess. It was weird. People started saying the weird stuff. It was near a place with some apartment. People was yelling and screaming, and people was really outside, like filming it. I did the same thing because I was already outside and I was already filming, so I was like, might as well. So yeah. Moving on. I'm gonna try to. I don't know how to go about this subject. So when it comes to the direction I want to move this channel in, I'm gonna take a risk and I want to venture into a new avenue, creative-wise. And if anybody wants to be involved, I'm gonna plug my information. I mean, you can go to my channel and go to my about. It should have my contact information. But if anybody out there with skits or short films, now this is just the beginning stages. It's for anybody. I don't want any actor to come my way and think this is gonna be a walk-on thing and I'm gonna start filming right then and there. No, I do need some writers. I do need some advice. I do need to build a repertoire of some sort, and I do have experience. I have taken courses and whatnot. I do have extensive background when it comes to creative. I do need some help. So I don't know. I talked about this already with the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul thing was still going on. I don't know what to say about that. That's still strange to me. I don't know why Mike Tyson's fighting Jake Paul. This whole ordeal with Jake Paul has just been strange. I haven't really been paying attention, but it's been all over social media, so I kind of had to see it. And I guess he's enjoying himself. He's making a lot of money fighting these older, stars and whatnot. There's no shade to him getting in the ring, actually fighting, put on some gloves is not an easy thing to do, especially in front of a lot of people who are gonna make fun of you. No matter who you are, it doesn't matter. You get make fun of. It's one of those type of sports. It's real. It's nobody to blame. It's only you and the other person. If you lose or something happens that's embarrassing, you should have trained better. People are gonna talk about that. So I don't want to come off as condescending, or I don't want that to be the case. Mike Tyson still is. I commend him for it. And I think he is almost 60 years old. I think he's a couple years older. I think he might be like 56 maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly how old he is. I'll try to put it somewhere, but for him, I think Roy Jones Jr. Sorry if I said it like that. I had to remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, I think he had a fight with him. I don't know exactly how that went. But yeah. Now, trying to seem a little weird. So I don't know, it's like a case analysis. There we go. I forgot the name for a second. I was like, that doesn't sound correct. But yeah, case analysis. I like to look at case analysis, and I'm gonna plug in a few I think people would probably enjoy. You know, I'm gonna say the names of all three, and hopefully I get this correct during editing. But Chicago Scene 88, The Casual Criminalist, and then Dr. Todd. I can't say his last name for some reason. I don't know exactly how he says it. And those are the three that I recommend. That's what I personally be into. I try to put some clips and stuff. But next, I know everybody's talking about it. I'm not touching the subject, but I did see an interesting video about it. So I'm gonna try to put it somewhere. Hopefully I can do that. And so yeah. Now another thing I do want to talk about is for people that don't know, I have been a very creative person most of my life. Since around 2 years old, I've been drawing in sketchbooks and stuff, and I've drawn most of my life. I've drawn all the way up to the professional level. I've actually had someone look at my portfolio, contact me, and give me a professional job where I am literally drawing on the computer for a living. It was insane. I was so proud of myself because as a little kid, I always wanted to do stuff like that. So, man, I really enjoyed it. I had a senior artist, I had a junior artist, and I was basically like the sophomore slash, beginner. I don't know. I forgot the actual freshman. I guess freshman slash sophomore. I did know a little bit more than what they thought I knew, but it was a very enlightening experience. I had my own little office. It was insane. Like, it felt like I was in The Office, like the TV show. Oh, it was so many awkward moments, and just hearing this random drama and stuff like that was insane. So I was so proud of myself. I didn't tell anybody, but I was so proud just to have the experience and to say that I had a professional job as a graphic designer was just a giant pat on the back to me. And I kind of, I don't know, it probably doesn't make sense, but I kind of did a high five to myself in the past, and I was like, yeah, I did it. So that was fun. But not gonna lie, I have not been able to draw a lot after that. Like, I think I kind of put in my 10,000 hours, so I kind of lost, I guess, the ambition, because that's kind of what I was building up to. But I kind of found new avenues too. I don't want to make it all doom and gloom, and I'm going somewhere with this too. I have a plug-in. I'm gonna plug somebody for this, and so, cause it's weird. I was feeling all mopey and sad, cause I was coming to this conclusion. It took like 2 days of thinking. I was like, what the? Because I couldn't, I tried to draw. I sat down for like an hour and I made myself draw. I had my music playing. I was drawing, made myself draw. And it was just coming out terrible. And I know when I can make myself draw, but at the same time, I have to be in a certain mood. I just can't draw on command. I have to have a certain type of, it's just hard to explain. It's like a creative thing, but it just wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. And so I tried again, and I was like, man, it's not. So I don't know. It just wasn't. This was something so bizarre to me because I never experienced something like this. So as I went ahead and kept, trying to articulate my thoughts about the subject, and I went searching and I was watching a lot of videos, and I was just basically surfing the web for the most part outside of my research towards art, and just really getting into the nitty gritty boring stuff nobody likes to talk about artwork and the foundations and whatnot. And I can still draw, you know, shapes and all the simple stuff perfectly fine. But when it came to try to draw like something as far as like an idea, it just was coming out just like it just turned into just much. It just wasn't coming out right. But I came across this video called "What is Fascism?" I probably said that wrong. I know the word. I didn't want to attempt to say it after I just butchered that. That's funny. But I'm gonna plug it in. And also, it led to another thing. If you're a real nerd, you want to get into the nitty gritty. There's also an interview where he interviews the artist of that video and warning that video is weird. It's a weird video. So if you a real squeamish person, or if you don't like weird stuff, I wouldn't watch it. But it has an underlying message that I'm getting to. And I'm just giving kind of an idea of how I came to this conclusion in the first place. So like I said, after that video, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of it, I got to a interview by Donovan Draw, where he interviews the artist and how we had a similar experience, and I'm gonna try to insert the clip.
Like anti-Semitic, and I don't want them to enjoy my humor on a level that I didn't intend it to be enjoyed.
And when I asked him if he had advice for creators, he said something not often heard, but perhaps needs to be said.
What is most likely is that you will spend your life struggling to make money. And I don't know if I think it's worth it. I think you'll be happier if you are a person who has art maybe as a hobby, but you have a job that's more stable and allows you to do things with your life like, you know, cultivate relationships and start a family. And if you want to be an artist, it's just going to make that more difficult. But I think things like stability and cultivating relationships and starting a family in the long run will make you more happy than pursuing your passion ever will. You know, that's the answer that they don't want to hear. Everyone who wants to be an artist wants to be a rich, famous artist, but it just happens for so few of them. Most of them are just scraping by. And I'm one of those artists who decided to become an artist, but ultimately it didn't pay off and it hurt me, and I've had a much worse life because of it. So you could be an artist like Rebecca Sugar and have this huge popular show that everyone really loves and make $1 bajillion, or you could be like Max and make, you know, a cartoon about a ghost that drinks a glass of cum and it's just schlock. I think having a plan B is probably more useful. So like my example of being a cop or being an x-ray technician, if I had done that, I still could have been an artist in my free time. And I think I would still have passion for it if I did.
The Greek Stoic Epictetus said, "Happiness begins with clear understanding of one principle. Some things you can control and some things you cannot."
I don't think I could ever disagree with a guy named Epictetus. But still, I don't want to be a YouTuber. They have yellow teeth and they're always burping.
Then why are you a YouTuber?
Because it's all I have.
But in all this doom and gloom, there is still light at the end of the tunnel, or at the very least a positive path that Max can take. When it comes to creating cartoons, for the longest time on his channel, that's all that he had. However, with his newest video's release, it opened up doors to new opportunities. With streaming on another platform like Twitch, it allows him to create without the pressure of making a full animation. Such long gaps between upload are not sustainable as a creator, either financially or physically. So with this new platform, it gives him something to look forward to. Challenges with the new frontier. Exploring new avenues in creating gives the artist inspiration they couldn't have thought about before. Taking a break from what you usually do to something else can get one motivated to create once again. And with streaming, he's had fun creating graphics as well as pre-canned animations for talking. While not a replacement for his main channel, it's something that can give him and his audience some solace and interactivity.
It kind of gives some context to this. Ouch. And so, after I came to that conclusion, and I was like, oh, sorry, my eyes like really itchy. What's the time? It's like 13 minutes in. Okay. So yeah. After I came to that conclusion, when I watched that, after y'all just watched that little clip I probably inserted, after I came to that conclusion, I kind of did a little bit more searching And I still found out that I still do like to create. I just need to create different avenues to kind of give probably drawing traditionally and digitally to probably just a break for right now. Or just give my kind of some, just give myself some time to kind of recuperate and just kind of take some time to just, make videos. It's kind of why I got into making videos real heavy, and it's led up to this point so far, and I'm seeing some really strange results, but I want to keep pushing to see exactly what this leads to, because it's interesting. I enjoy this. I enjoy the process of creating. It's not always about the outcome. I'm not looking to make 1 million views. I'm just trying to create, and that's really all I'm trying to do at the end of the day. And that's kind of what I've been doing with the channel so far. And if you pay attention, when I first started making the channel, I was just making music at the time. I was putting my beats out there, and I would make, just video edits and, just editing videos real heavy and stuff like that. Then I made a podcast, and at the time my life was insane. It has been in this since I made that 3 years ago, going on 4, almost 4. It has been an insane 3 to 4 years so far. Yo guys don't even know the half. If y'all know the background of, I would be on probably one of the damn Chicago Scene 88, on one of them other channels I plugged in earlier. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride so far. Now I'm kind of finding my own little flavor when it comes to video making that I enjoy. Instead of making individual videos about different subjects, I kind of include it all in one video, kind of like a giant gumbo pot of just everything. And I enjoy it, but I'm going to get back to making interviews. I got some other things I want to do, and I like doing the on-the-spot interviews too, kind of just quickly plugging in people. Sometimes I don't like those long, drawn-out interviews where it's like, 2 hours, 3 hours, because I've sat there and did that, because I've been to college as a journalist, and I've had to sit down and interview people for extended amounts of time, and sometimes I've been cutting out like a good almost 35% of that, because it's literally this gibberish and a bunch of BS. Even some of my older videos when it comes to the podcast, I wish I could have cut it down and had more of a clip, and I'm still planning on cutting it up, putting it on social media. So like I said, I'll try to get my social media plugged in below. But when it comes to the video thing, like I said, I want to kind of chop it up and give little cuts and probably add some more sound effects and cut it up and so make it funny, so people will like it. It'll be, real, just to promote some of my other colleagues, because they have brands. Like I said, Xavier, he's been a long time, plug him in, just did an interview with him. Also Josh, just did an interview with him. He been dodging me for a minute, but I finally got him. I got the interview. So there's an updated interview with Josh, since y'all can watch too. He has some new shirts and new merch, so check out his stuff. And also Xavier has some new, artistic endeavors. He's doing the same thing I'm doing when it comes to just promoting himself and, his tattoo making, his brand with his tattoos and just everything he got going on. His paintings, he does a lot of mural work and a lot of pieces when it comes to painting. So I'm gonna plug all that stuff, and I'll try to, insert different clips and videos and pictures of them and some of their stuff too. And yeah. So I'll do that for them, just promote what they got going on. I just like creating dialogue and different things. Sometimes it's not always playing like that. People just hate African American videos that kind of blew up somewhat. It didn't get thousands and millions of views, but for my little channel, it did get, a couple of hundred views. And I was like, oh, now I'm not going to start making content like that, because I don't want to turn my channel into just a giant frontline warfare for political, because I'm not really into that. it's interesting. I do my research on history and whatnot, but I can't see myself making content like that. I'm not that much of a nerd. Like I said, shout out. If you watch the last podcast episode, if you want to see me plug in some really good black creators that do similar stuff to what I just said when it comes to long form videos about different media and history, definitely check out. I'll try to plug in a clip somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm getting some more equipment. I'm gonna try to do some more artsy fartsy stuff that y'all might like, you might not like it. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna put it out anyway. And yeah, so thank y'all for following me on this journey of just creating and putting out random stuff. And if you're an OG of the channel, you've been watching since day one and kind of seeing all the random antics and crazy stuff, man, shout out to you. But anyone else that just came on recently with some of the more recent videos of this, the interviews, or even the NYE New Year's Eve video, which a New Year's Eve video or someone around that time period, thank y'all for watching too. Or if you just a random person watching this for this random reasons, you know what's up, how you doing. And yeah, that's it.